off, guys. Ow, ow. That's off, guys. Alright. I got like maybe 2 hours at the most to get this done. Ah, that green echo. For this. It's hard to go in a straight line with this. It's like I like how this. Ooh, I like how this part feels like it's timed, but it's not. All right, let's start this again. Why couldn't I grind on that? Yikes.
precursor pillars are some of the oldest artifacts we've ever found. Marr wrote that there were some ancient ruins to the west that were activated by 5 special artifacts and revealed wondrous truths. I'll see what I can find out.
Now this part always confused me on where you get out. So yeah, I picked up a few tricks. I am picking up speedrunner tricks. So on the way.
Jack, we've located 4 critical power junctions that, if destroyed, could drop some of their shields. Our bang expert Jinx can blow the junctions if you can get him to each one and protect him while he's laying the charges. You remember Jinx? He's waiting in a vehicle outside. Happy blasting.
Dang, right on.
Hey there, pretty boy. You ready to rock and rumble? I'll be right back.
Wow, what the hell? Boy died quick.
Hey there, pretty boy. You ready to rock and rumble? I'll set the charges. You watch my ass. Let's roll. This baby's gonna blow.
Sweet eco, Jack. You did it. You've got us deeper into KG territory.
Nice work, Jackie boy. I'm gonna go see what I can scrounge up. See you on the flip side.
Ashley here. Jack, we've got word of a shipment of eco being delivered somewhere in the KG City section. I think it's worth stealing. I want you to go in and find a vehicle with the eco, then drive it back out to the Naughty Oxel in one piece. I'm sure they'll try to stop you, but we need that eco for the war effort. Remember, don't lose the shipment.
Here's a really tough one. Find this one, and I'll be impressed. I didn't think you could do this one. I lied. I'm not impressed. But then again, I'm a tough audience.
Jack, we've got word of a new assault on the port. They're trying to take us out once and for all. The strange thing is, we're seeing movement from both the KG and Metalhead fronts. It's like they're working together. We've got to repel this assault or we're through. I hate to do this to you, but I'm putting you on the front line. You're my go-to guy. Stop any KG or Metalhead units from reaching this place. If we lose this one, we're history.
stop the assault. We need more men.
Dexter, my hero! This city is too dangerous. We need our own little place in the country. A little pink house with a white picket fence and a fireplace and a big 4-poster bed for me and a little ossel run on the side of the house for you.
Aw, are you worried about me, my little Desi Boo?
Of course, my itty-bitty whisker puss.
Oh, please. Will you two take it outside?
You need a hug, Jack, because we got plenty to go around.
Rumor is, you two are the only hope we've got to reach the catacombs. I've programmed the gun course to simulate some of the new enemy tactics. Want to try it out? Not bad shooting, Dark Boy. Here's a nice boomstick for your sidekick, baby. Go give him hell, boys. Then come back, and I'll scratch you behind your ears.
There's the vehicle. Let's go.
The turning's different with this one.
Head for the port!
Use the decoys to get those missiles off your tail. That's it. The missile's tracking the decoy. You got it. One missile down.
Great! One more missile bites the dust! Going after the decoy! One missile down! Go fire off another decoy! Yes! One more down!
Another missile's off track. Keep going.
Yes! One more down!
It's getting too close.
We got one more missile and no more decoys!
Drive toward the Naryazo. We'll use the bar sign as the last decoy.
You can make it. Crank that sign up to full brightness.
Hang on, Dax. It's gonna be close.
My beautiful monk!
Here's a really tough one. Find this one, and I'll be impressed.
Torn will get us out of this mess. Get Torn on the line! We're in trouble! Oh yeah!
I lied. I'm not impressed. But then again, I'm a tough audience. Here's another get-to challenge. Time's counting.
Fire! Fire! Go!
Not fast enough, Jack. Get a map, man.
Oh my god.
Good work. You're looking like the hero I remember.
The city's lost.
We may have a way to reach Freedom HQ. Jinx here has a plan.
Hey, Jackie boy! Long time no see. I think we got a boomer of a plan here. You know those nasty blast bots you seen around? Well, I captured one. Don't ask. I'll show you the scars later. I've rigged that baby with a remote control, and even more explosives in the standard package.
Jack, link it to the remote and direct that blast bot into the KG area. If you can get the blast bot close enough to the Freedom League border and blow it up, it should punch a hole in the defensive line there and allow us to hook up with our comrades.
Stand here, we got a job to do. Shoot them all now! Sort them out later!
Great job. We can link up with the Northern Front now. I'll get on the horn to HQ and give them the good news. You're the man, Jack. You are the man.
What should I do? Should I continue with the New Haven stuff, or should I go back to the desert? I'm gonna go back to the desert. Been here way too long.
I got a bad feeling about today. Out of this mess.
Oh my God! Come on!
can't reach this spot in time. Good luck. Not so good, man. Have another go? Very nice. You own this town.
I bagged me 10 medal hits this week.
I got a bad feeling about today.
I bagged me 10 medal hits this week.
The city's lost.
Oh my god.
Torn will get us out of this mess. We need more men.
I'm tired of this war. We lost this war a long time ago. We've lost 3 battles this week.
Oh my god, what? What?
At least this part of the city's still in one piece.
I bagged me 10 metalheads this week.
Oh, fuck.
Torn will get us out of this mess. I bagged me 10 metalheads this week. Watch your target! Nice shot!
Alright, let's head back to the desert.
This city's going down.
Is your school, right? Forgot already.
Oh, the storm's really churning the sand. Scanners show a few new artifact sightings. You two up for some rough riding?
Sure, I can race with the best of them.
Good. Take the vehicle and bring us back some booty. You know the drill. Get to the artifacts first and they're yours to claim. Wastelander right. Go get 'em!
The hollow cube?
Jack, the holocube! That's one of the items we need for the forest! Good work! Keep looking for more!
Jack, this is Sid. I hear you're in the market for eco crystals. Well, I know where one is, but it won't be a cakewalk. In other words, we've got some serious metalhead hunting to do. I'll meet you at the Metalhead Desert Nest. I'm counting on you. There you are. I was beginning to think you chickened out. I saw an eco crystal in this place, and it's yours if you want it. Trouble is, metalheads have been spotted here en masse. But we wouldn't want those nasty boys to just move back in here without a welcoming party, would we? Let's go give them a big surprise.
Staying what's got to do with Haven City, Sig?
None of your business.
What was all that spying you did? Huh?
Let's just say Damus lost a little something in the city and he wanted me to find it. What do you care, man? Haven folk are a bunch of weaklings, you know that. They'd already lost the war before it started. Luckily, Damus has a plan to make sure we all survive.
You're playing with people's lives.
Why not? They played with mine. Survival of the fittest, baby. I suggest you get with the program and be on the winning side.
And which side is that?
The one on top of the pile. Unfortunately, it's gonna be a big pile.
Yeah, a big pile of shit. I caught this.
So now what?
Just keep your nose clean and stay sharp. I'll tell you when the action's coming.
Big pile of shit.
Cleaver, I need to find some very special precursor artifacts, but I'm running out of time.
Wait a tick. I just traded a very rare artifact indeed to a nice band of metalheads. It was an ugly piece of hardware. Looked like a dog's breakfast to me. But those toothers paid handsomely. They seemed nice enough. Good ivories they had, you know, if you dig fangs and claws. I bet if you crank up that dunk, you and the offsider just might be able to catch him.
I'll drive. Jack, you get on the gun. Daxter, just get in, sit down, and shut up. Now this is the thick, baby. Open up on her! Blow him away! Another good hit!
another item for the forest. That is called a quantum reflector. What it does? I don't know. But Onan and Kira said you needed it.
Keeping people alive out here, keeping them full of hope, it can be daunting.
I'd say you've made a good life here.
You too must make a life, Jack. Take your destiny into your own hands. Look, sand cannot keep a shape by itself, but add water, and it becomes malleable. Fate can be such if you add the right element.
Eco.
Our minds think alike. My monks say the world is coming to an end, but I am a survivor. I say we live on long after this world dies. Be ready. You are shaping up to be one of my finest warriors, and I'll need you for the trials ahead. I mustn't lose you, like I lost my son.
You had a child?
Long ago. But much has been sacrificed in this war so that others could live. Anyway, it matters not. We're having serious trouble with marauders lately. I want you to take a vehicle and hunt down their warrior patrols. Go, and make war your own.
like the coolest fucking thing I ever done.
Whoa!
Alright, that's it. I think that was some good progression right there. I think that was good. Getting close to the end of the game, guys.